Welcome back to another Explainer. Today, we're diving into something super fun, totally safe, and honestly, highly requested. We are going to turn your kitchen counter into a mini geology lab and explore the classic kitchen volcano.
So how can you create a thrilling volcanic eruption using just your kitchen pantry? I mean, it sounds kind of like magic, doesn't it? Being able to safely recreate one of nature's most thrilling phenomena right at home, no fancy lab required. The truth is, the whole secret is literally hiding right behind your cabinet doors. Today we're going to break down exactly how you can unleash this awesome display of science safely, cleanly, and most importantly, spectacularly.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the safe kitchen eruption. Moving right along to Section 2, gathering the elements.
Okay, so before the magic happens, we got to gather our structural materials. Now, at the core of all this, acting as our magma chamber, you just need a small, empty plastic bottle. Think, an old water or soda bottle, nothing crazy. Around that bottle, we're going to build the actual mountain. You can use clay, you can mold some aluminum foil, or hey, you can even go out to the garden and grab some damp sand to pack around it. The goal here is just to shape it like a cone, but make absolutely sure you leave that bottle's opening clear at the top. Oh, and listen to me on this one. Do not forget your foundation. You absolutely need a wide tray or a deep plate underneath the whole shebang. Trust me, you are going to want something to catch the mess when this mountain blows. All right, now for the good stuff, the chemical materials, or our fuel. For this, you need exactly 3 to 4 tablespoons of baking soda. You might also know it as sodium bicarbonate. Then grab half a cup of standard white vinegar. But the real secret to making this look totally authentic? That relies on the final 2 ingredients, liquid dish soap and red food coloring. The food coloring obviously gives us that fiery, molten lava look, but the dish soap, well, that is our special effects coordinator, and I'll explain exactly why that is in just a second.
Which brings us to Section 3, the countdown to eruption.
All right, time to put on our virtual lab coats. Here is your exact step-by-step blueprint for the eruption. Step 1, build the volcano structure. Plop your bottle in the middle of your tray and mold your clay or foil around it to form your mountain. Step 2, add fuel. Carefully pour those 3 to 4 tablespoons of baking soda straight down into the bottle. Pro tip here, definitely use a funnel to keep things neat. Step 3, add effects. Squeeze in a few drops of dish soap and your red food coloring right on top of that baking soda. And then, Step 4. Okay, this is the climax. You take your half cup of white vinegar, pour it quickly into the bottle, and pull your hand away fast.
Step back and watch the volcano erupt and the red lava flow. Seriously, visualize it right now. The literal split second that vinegar hits the bottom of the bottle, a massive, thick, bubbling red foam surges upward. It breaches the top of the plastic bottle and dramatically oozes down the sides of your homemade mountain right into the tray below. I'm telling you, it is an incredibly thrilling payoff.
So let's look at Section 4, uncovering the chemistry.
To truly appreciate what we just witnessed, we need to look a little bit behind the curtain. What's the magician's secret here? Well, this entire spectacle is driven by a classic chemical reaction, the acid versus the base. In one corner, we have our acidic substance, the white vinegar, and in the other corner, our alkaline base, the baking soda. When these two opposing chemical forces finally meet inside that tiny plastic bottle, they immediately react. They don't just sit there peacefully, no way. They clash aggressively to form something entirely new.
And the newly created product of this chemical clash? It's a gas called carbon dioxide, or CO2. When the vinegar and baking soda mix, this gas is produced incredibly fast. Now I want you to imagine all this gas suddenly appearing inside the super tight confines of our plastic bottle. It literally has nowhere to go but up. It rapidly expands and desperately tries to escape, rushing straight toward the only opening at the top of your volcano.
But wait, what about the dish soap? Okay, this is actually the best part. If we just mix the acid and the base, the carbon dioxide gas would rush out super quickly. You'd get this fast, fizzy burst that's basically over in a second. Kind of anticlimactic, right? But the dish soap changes everything. It acts like a trap. The soap traps that rapidly escaping CO2 gas inside millions of tiny little bubbles. So instead of an invisible gas just fizzing away into the air, the soap captures it. This creates that magnificent, thick, slow-flowing foam that looks exactly like real volcanic lava. It's just pure chemical genius.
So, now that you know the secret of the kitchen volcano, it brings us to a really fun final thought. What other everyday chemical reactions are hiding in your home? Science isn't just something locked away in a fancy laboratory. It's right there in your pantry. It's in your cleaning supplies. It's in your cooking. Just by understanding how an acid and a base interact, we created a thrilling, volcanic masterpiece on a kitchen counter.
So stay curious and keep exploring the amazing science that surrounds us every single day.